Hello, today we will guide you through how to loop and merge in Qualtrics. In this walkthrough, we'll set up loop and merge inside a survey block so Qualtrics can repeat the same content based on a respondent's answer. This is especially useful when you want to ask a similar set of follow-up questions for multiple selected items without manually duplicating the block. Start by opening your survey in the Qualtrics Edit Survey view. This is the main workspace where you can manage your survey structure, adjust questions, and configure block settings. Once you're in the survey builder, click on the sample block. The block is where the repeated questions will live, so this is the area you'll be configuring for loop and merge. Selecting the correct block is important because loop and merge applies at the block level, not just to a single question. After opening the block, click on Loop and Merge. This will open the settings panel where Qualtrics lets you define how the block should repeat. If you don't see the option right away, make sure the block is selected before continuing. Next, click Turn on Loop and Merge. This activates the feature for the current block and unlocks the available setup methods. At this point, you're telling Qualtrics that the block should be repeated multiple times instead of being shown only once. From there, choose the option to loop based off of a question. This method is useful when you want the repetitions to depend on a respondent's earlier survey answer. In other words, Qualtrics will use a previously answered question to determine what gets looped. Now click. Select Question. A list of eligible survey questions will appear. Choose the sample question you want to use as a source for the looped responses. This is typically a question where respondents can select one or more choices, since those selections can be used to generate repeated passes through the block. After selecting the question, click Select Sample Choice. Here you'll identify the specific choice or choices that should be used in the loop setup. This helps Qualtrics know exactly which response options to carry forward into the repeated block experience. Once everything looks correct, click Save. Saving applies the loop and merge configuration to the block, so your survey can use that logic going forward. As a final tip, it's a good idea to preview the survey after saving. That way you can confirm the block repeats as expected and that the right question choices are feeding into the loop. With that, your loop and merge setup in Qualtrics is complete.